Hello, Collective, Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I wanted to tell you that if you're doing something and it's not working completely out the way you envisioned that it would, or maybe even that you thought you had securely firmed into place, and you're becoming enlightened to the fact that nothing is set in stone, and what you thought you put a firm foundation to is a little bit wobbly, right? And you used every tool that you had to your disposal in order to firm up your foundation. And there was still just a piece of disconnect. And you weren't exactly sure you were missing, right? I know that's happened to me in the past quite a few times. And when this happens, then I usually sit back and I, quiet my mind and I call upon my spirit team. And, in the past, before I knew that I literally had a spirit team, I would call upon my inner child, because my inner child has always been with me and she's my best friend. So we talk all the time and she helps me work things out, helps me see what the bigger picture is, and not so much what's so cut and dry, but that there's depth within each situation, scenario, whatever you may be facing, right? So when I sit back and I quiet my mind and I hang out with my inner me, or now I know my spirit team, right? I say, this is what I've done, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, there's a disconnect. Help me see what it is that I'm missing so that I can connect everything together and it can flow seamlessly. And then I envision and feel what it is that I'm looking to achieve. And what I feel is the end result, the already achieved task or mindset or whatever it is that you're in the process of creating at that moment, right? And when I do this, it brings a warm feeling over me because of the joy that I have in being able to say that it was my skills, it was my mindset, it was my movement that created this beautiful outcome. And that there's pride behind that because I put my blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak, into whatever that project, was, whatever. And I receive the joy that I always get when I know that I've done something to the best of my ability and that it shines beautifully and that its rays touch everywhere, meaning everybody can get a piece of it and have benefit from it, right? So when situations are coming my way now that need attention that I thought that I had already set up and created, when I said to my spirit team, it's really hard. It's a hard battle, an uphill, unnecessary battle, right? To create a structure of strength and stability and set it on a weak or missing, if you will, fiber of a foundation, because your structure can be as strong and as durable as you can make it, can create it. But if it's not sitting on a firm foundation that can support the weight, then it's going to sink, it's going to crumble, it's going to break apart the foundation. And then what you built is going to collapse in on each other, right? Because when you remove the bottom of something, then it doesn't really have much of a base to stand on. It kind of falls over or falls into each other. So when I sat back and I spoke with my team and said, this has been years in the making, and although I may not be completely savvy on every aspect of what I, saw another guidance to help me achieve, right? That doesn't mean that I just stop. That means that I find the way to make the two connect and create more of a sturdy foundation to support my sound structure. And I envisioned my goal and my end result, and I thanked my spirit team. I incorporated, outside modalities. Like, I've been listening to higher frequency sound music, right? And with positive affirmations, believing that it's already here and that my efforts are being seen and recognized, and that the divine is helping me shore my foundation to support my structure, right? That divine guidance led me to create. I probably wouldn't have, wrote a book, wrote 2 books, did holistic treatment, changed my mindset, moved into the life of the living, if the divine didn't lead me there. Because I had no real reason to leave the security of the shadows I created, the illusion that I was living in. Because living life was, it interfered with my responsibilities, because if I took time out to reflect on what my life was, then I might not have had the desire to continue with my responsibilities. And some of my responsibilities had everything to do with what I was trying not to see, because, I was unaware of contracts at the time, and, blindsided or self-manipulated, or however you want to look at it. I honestly believed one thing and brought it into my existence until the divine said enough is enough, and you need to see what's truly going on, and gave me a reason to truly see what's going on and to remember who I am. And I'm so very grateful that those lessons came my way, those blessings, those gifts, the enlightenment of who I really am and what I'm supposed to be doing, and the enlightenment of contracts. So when you're on your journey, be mindful of where you're navigating and what's before you and what's after you and what you're involved in currently. Because everything leads to your highest existence. And mine has everything to do with humanity. And I am looking at the way bigger picture. And that's what I came here to accomplish. to uplift, to bring together, to unite, to enlighten through my realizations, my understandings, to provide to you the tools that you need in order to build, create your structure on a solid, firm foundation, giving you every leg up so that you can travel your destiny. The divine says hello. Easy and effortlessly. With your values, your lessons, your perfected tools leading your way. If you need any help along your journey, don't hesitate. Reach out. Because I am here to help, to guide, to love, to encourage, to support, to provide to you your level playing field, to give you your leg up so you can travel easily and effortlessly wherever your journey brings you. My collective, I am sending you clarity, wisdom, love, blessings, abundance in all forms, and to trust your inner guidance, your inner knowing, and believe that everything happens when it's supposed to happen for the right reasons, and that you're never alone, and that when you seek reflection and you ask your spirit team or the divine to step in and shine their light to brighten your path, sit back and watch, because it will unfold. Every time I do that, it certainly does. I believe, I trust, I walk, and I am sharing each and every experience. You have a good day, my lovely collective. I love you.